Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today I am doing a video on hair because everybody's always asking me how I curl my hair, what the trick is, how do I make it stay, how to make it look so good. So today I'm doing a video about hair curling and how to get your perfect curl. Like I do a bit more big curls that are a bit more like, I feel like I've mastered like that casual day curl, and I also can do like a Hollywood curl, but today we're doing more of like that nice curl that you see in photos and it looks really nice and it accentuates your hair. So I washed my hair yesterday, so my hair is clean, but I did go to the gym this morning, so it has had like sweat go through it, and I've just showered, so I've brushed it. So I always will brush my hair as best I can and then get started. So as you guys know, I recently dyed my hair. So as you can see, it's like a little, because the sunlight coming from the back, it's not great, but at the front it's like all brown and stuff. You can see it here. Anyway, so I feel like when I curl my hair, it definitely like accentuates the tones more, it brings out more color, and looks really good. Today I'm using this hair color, which is Curious Grace. I borrowed this from my friend while I'm home because I was so silly and forgot to bring my curler home from Myanmar whilst I was back, and obviously I've been back a lot longer than I thought I would be, so I had to borrow a curler. I usually use a Muk, the M-U-K, I think that you can pass a Muk, hair curler, so I have a set that has like different sizes, but I usually use like this thick of a curler. My Muk one has a clamp, which makes it easier for you to do like a softer wave, but I usually do like a big curl anyway, so it's fine. So this is the size that I use to curl my hair. Yes, I'm really bad at curling my hair with a straightener, and I also don't really have like, I don't feel like I don't have like a GHD, I've never had one because I have really straight hair. So for that reason, yeah, not the master of curling with a flat iron, but master of curling with a wand. So I will take up half my hair, or a third of it, I guess. So I just kind of take up just here. For me, this is where my front part falls, as you can see. And so I just take where my fringe area, like this part is. So I'll take it like that, about this much, and just the top, so you can lift it. And usually if I feel like taking more at the back, I can, but I don't really need to because I feel like that's enough, and you can curl it itself. So I'll pull that back and just tie that up into a little knot like this, so it's tucked away. Okay, so then we have the rest of the hair. I divide it into two, so just down the middle, divide, and then you've got two sides. Okay. I know when you do your hair, like when I've been taught, you're supposed to spray each one as you go, and with the heat protectant spray. I use these heat protectant sprays, Paul Mitchell. It's really, really good. It's called Hot Off the Press, this one. Ooh. But it's really, really good. But I just kind of spray it all over before I do it. Which I don't know, it's probably good and bad because it kind of hardens sometimes. But I feel like if you use a heat protectant for my hair, it holds a bit better the curls. So we'll start curling. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna time my whole curling, like how long it takes, because I think it takes me about 20 minutes to do, 22 minutes, 20 minutes if I'm feeling fast. So I'm gonna time myself today to see how long it takes, and see if I'm actually telling the truth. But also, just before I start, I'm gonna talk as I do it, so it might take a little bit longer. But when I curl, I take about like this big piece of hair. So the bigger the piece that you take and you curl, the bigger the curl's gonna be and the looser it'll be. If you do it like this much, it'll be a lot tighter. So depending on the look that I want, I usually will vary my thickness, but I think about this is about right. About right. That was really Australian. All right, let's start. Timer on. All right. So yeah, take a piece. I put it on 180 degrees. That's perfect for Asian hair, I think, personally. So I hold each one for about 15 seconds. and we hold it in this tight curl. I don't curl all the way to the bottom at the end. See that part? I keep it straight off the edge so that it's like straight at the end, or else if you curl all the way, it can kind of flick and then maybe doesn't rest as well as you like to. So we hold it in here for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then we'll let it go.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
So when I let it go, I kind of hold it like that and then I let it drop. So you can see that's one curl there. I take it, like, it's better actually if you don't take the hair pieces like varying across your whole head, because it'll kind of get a bit like that, if you can see how it's like not as nice. Always curl away from your face. So I put one arm up, I put it around about maybe 10 centimeters in, and then I rotate it around, and then I just hold it like this. Usually in Myanmar I have a heat glove, so I can like get a bit closer and it's fine, but it doesn't matter, I don't have it here, so it's fine. So when it comes to curling my hair, it took me a while to get really good at it. I was never really, I found like a technique quite hard, and like where you put your arms, where you put your hands, quite hard. But I kind of got better at it by just practicing. I remember watching a few YouTube videos and seeing like the style of how people do it, and like how thick they can make the curl, like what they do, and then it just takes practice. It probably took me about like 6 times before I really started to get my own niche at it. And once I start to get better and like confident, you know, once you get the technique down pat, it's pretty much the world is your oyster. But I think curls really enhance your look, so I love it.
Find something new. The only person I enjoy sitting in the car with is you. If it's fine by you, I'll take the passenger seat. We can drive around to the sky and see me.
Hey guys, so I finished curling the first half of my hair. It's only been 6 minutes, so we're going good for time. But I'm gonna start doing this other side now. So I'm spraying it again, trying to get all the heat protectant on it. What I would say as well is, when you do this, your technique should be to keep it really taut when you are holding it out, and keep it very vertical, your wand. So keep this really straight, and then when you wrap around, make sure it's taut. So you don't want it to be like loose or hanging, because if you have it like this, it's not going to keep it, give you a good curl, because you won't want the heat to go through it. So now we're just gonna go ahead and do this side.
If it's fine, you, I'll take the passenger seat. If it's fine, you, I'll take the passenger.
Okay, so I've finished the bottoms. As you can see, evenly curled, looks really nice and bouncy. I haven't brushed it out yet, so I just leave them like that. And now we can take out the top half. Also, it's only been 12 minutes, so I'm just saying my time, I'm flying here. So as you can see, the top is just a little bit. As you can see, I only take, it's probably like a fifth of my hair. I only want to take like the top part, the really top part that just sits on top, because the bottom, I want it all even and like fluffy, and the top is kind of like the most crucial part, because that's the part that stands out the most that you'll see sitting on the top. So same thing again. Just gonna give it, I just can brush it through a little bit just to make sure it's straight, but easy to work with. And then give it a spray. So I think this, like the heat protectant, really helps with the integrity of the curl and holding it together, because I think that if you don't use any, it's really damaging for your hair. Sorry, wait, just before we do that. For the fringe, I'm always very like, this is really important. So I always go kind of just here, kind of at eye level, where I think it'll curl, because you don't want to like put the curl too high or too low where it doesn't fall nicely and frame your face. So as I was saying, if you don't use heat protectant, it's really bad for your hair, but also I think using it really is kind of like a little bit like hairspray. It helps you keep that volume and structure. I don't really put hairspray on my hair after I curl it that much, just because I do it if I'm going out, like clubbing or out for a night out, and I really want to hold. But other than that, I probably won't, just because I like it to I like how it kind of falls naturally afterwards. So if you see here, perfectly at the eye level and it curls down there. So that's like a nice finish. Yeah, so in terms of hairspray, I just every now and then I think it's like not incredibly great for your hairspray, nor is I guess hair curling, but it doesn't matter. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say you can hairspray afterwards and it'll hold your curls. I know with Asian hair it is really hard for sometimes it to hold. I find that because my hair's dyed, it's a little bit more textured and has a bit more grit to it and holds in place a bit better. But for instance, if I like, do my sister's hair, which is like virgin black hair, I would put a bit of hairspray in and definitely heat protect them just to make sure it's like really staying in. Unfortunately, depending on like your hair texture, if it's like really silky, it might just be that like after a night it's pretty much back to being straight. But I think that if you do smaller pieces with your hair, if you have really virgin Asian hair that's very silky, it'll hold better because if you do bigger pieces, obviously it's going to just be a little bit looser and it won't be as tight a curl. But if you do smaller, thinner pieces of hair and make smaller curls, which will just take a bit longer, you'll definitely get the curls stay in longer as well. Alright, so that is the hair curling done. Always remember to turn off your iron. It's just like a one-off. Anyway, so finished curling the hair. As you can see, they're all tight still. They're nice and like wavy. Let's stop the timer. So 16 minutes and 8 seconds. How about that? Less than what I estimated, so I'm very happy with that. Nice to know that I don't spend that much time curling my hair. Alright, so there's two ways you can go about like going through your curls afterwards. It gives you different looks. So if you brush through, this brush is a really old brush, but it's got lots of spaces in between. You should want to use a brush that has a lot of space in between the little stems so that you can get, it's not like pulling out all the curls. So you can run through your hair gently like this, kind of like that. It'll give you a lot more, like if you want a Hollywood look, it'll give you a bit more fluffiness. But alternatively, you can run your hands through your hair, and this is a bit more like, I guess, give more casual, like air dried look, blow dried look. Sorry. So if you go like this and you just tousle them, because for me these that looks really nice personally. Just not trying to toot my own horn, but I like that. Also, you can do a bit of like throw your head forward, go like this. Your hands through it and then back, and that is like ultimate fluffiness. See how that's like really voluminous, but it'll settle, and then yeah, you just go like this, run your hands through. I get a lot of flyaways up here, which is so annoying. Got lots of baby hairs, but it's okay. So yeah, that is the look. Depending on how you want to style it, you can go for like this look. I've been really digging like a half up look kind of vibe. But I think with fresh waves, it's always super nice, like when it's first done. And then the following days, like you can style it different ways and maybe just curl it a little bit more to keep the integrity of it. But yeah, that's how I get my wave. As you can see, it's got a nice, I love the face framing wave this way. Just, it's delicious. And if you want to get them all like really gathered and not so like messy, you can just brush your hands through it. But it's important to also finish at the same spot. So as you can see, my waves all start the same spot. If you do it like here, 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 it's just going to be like wild. Also, if you want more of a beachy look, you can curl your hair, like alternate it. So curl away from your face and then do some that curl towards your face, and that'll give you a bit more volume and much more of a beachy look. So yeah, that is the waves. Here's in the sunlight. You can see the hair a bit better.